Hi Pisces, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is Veroosh and we're doing the Lenormand reading for the rest of the year. First things first, we're going to do a oracle card, just intro energy breakdown. This reading is early for members and everybody's going to see it a bit later. So I hope you guys are doing well, and if you hear a fan in the background, it's the hottest day of ever, literally, and I need the fan on to be able to work, so I hope you don't mind. Okay, so let's see, we have 86 choosing, number 86 choosing, number 34 mission of the soul. Let's see what else you have. It's a very specific time for Pisces. Let me show you in the chart. So we have Jupiter that's going to enter back into Aquarius at the end of July. But we're preparing for a massive transit in Pisces as both of your rulers, Neptune and Jupiter, are entering into the first house. So what that means is that you're going to go through a transit that not every single generation goes through. Neptune's transit is about 180 years long, so that means that it'll take several generations before it's in this position again. So you're very blessed that you're getting this transit, and I feel like your life is going to go and accelerate into wonderful places. So and to add to this, if you're a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and you have North Node in Taurus, I want to know what happens in your life next year, because I assume it's going to be pretty amazing. Okay? We have friendship. Yes, I want to be your friend. So we have the Hanged Man, which is the offering here. And then we have dreaming. Okay. So what's happening for you for the rest of the year? I have a feeling that you are going to get close with somebody. You're going to become closer with someone, make a friend, or spend significant amount of time with someone else together. I have a feeling that you've chosen or have recently chosen or are currently choosing the next big stage in your life events. I have a feeling that you've learned a lot in the past about friendship, and now you are making friendship a priority. So in the past, you have had maybe not the best friends or no friends, or maybe you had tons of friends, and yet you didn't feel like they were the right ones. And now I think that you know that for you, friendship is the number one thing that you need. Friendship is the number one thing that you need to like take care of in your life, bring into your life. I have a feeling that where you are going, this dreaming card is very mystical. I'm not sure if it means that you get all your dreams come true, but I think that maybe you're getting visions in your dreams about where your life is going. And if you have had questions about whether or not this is the direction your life is going in, maybe this is a confirmation for those of you who have been wondering. I have a feeling that you are about to, in the fall, invest into something. Invest your energy and time into something so that you get the outcome that you want, so that you get the solutions that you want. I have a feeling that you're doing that because you do feel supported by the right types of people in your life. And so now you are ready to branch off and be independent because you know there's like home to go back to. There's a place to go back to. Now you can be free and try different things and explore your dreams, explore these different directions. If you're doing anything on the creative front, anything to do with people, anything to do with just you in a non-mechanical way working with people, social situations, creative capacities, I have a feeling that you're going to go through several different stages of transformation over the next year. in which you try different things and you flow from one situation into another, but they're all going to be expanding your mind. They're going to be expanding your opportunities or your possibilities in your life. So yeah, I just think that many of you are going to find yourself in a very different places than you would normally go. You'll literally get invited to different places with different types of people and that sort of situation. So that's all coming for you, Pisces. Now let's get into the Lenormand, which is a deck I made several years ago. And it's out of print right now, but people do want this deck and my other decks. So we'll think about doing something for you guys with those. Okay, so let's see your messages. You've got the birds first thing. So there's a lot of words out there. There's a lot of hype there outside of you, about you. There's a lot of people talking about you. There's a lot of gossip going on. You're in a very social environment. I think people, when someone walks into the room and people pay attention, I think you're finding yourself in those kinds of spaces more, where you are the center of attention. And then we have the cross as the second part. You know something about your circumstances, about the people you're interacting with, the situations that you're in. You know something that would change things for other people. And I think that they know that about you, that you do have information that they are depending on. The next message is the letter. I'll put down all the cards. I was just getting into the reading one by one, but I'll put down all the cards and let you know. Then in the center we have the stars. That's very good. So if you've been wondering whether or not you're in the right place, you very much are. And I have a feeling that it's a very busy place. There's lots of people, like a university or a shopping mall. You spend a lot of time in a place where a lot of people are hustling and bustling around. They're doing their thing. Then we have the rider, the harmony. Let's see what else we have. One more card and then we're done this row. And then we have clouds. Okay. So, okay. I have a feeling that, so these kind of represent the past, how it's affecting the present, and these cards represent sort of the future. I have a feeling that there is someone who's coming into the picture who's going to improve things for you in the recent future. A person's coming in, and I think that this person in some way is bringing a more balanced perspective to a situation that's sort of lopsided, or maybe to one side a bit much. I have a feeling that you're not able to talk about something, so this person will talk on your behalf about this situation. I have a feeling in the past there was a restriction on you from your social situations, and maybe you received your diploma or you graduated from something and now you're free from that environment. It feels like school, like hustling and bustling, and then keeping your mouth quiet and not sharing too much about how you feel about things, because you were reaching a goal. I think that maybe some of you who have been studying have changed your perspective about what you really have been studying, and some of you are coming out of university sort of disenchanted and even ready to not do the thing you studied. If you're wondering about that, there's a message for you here. If you're wondering about, having invested a lot of time and energy into university and now wanting to go in a different direction, I have a feeling that you will be switching careers, and it's going to be for the better. I have a feeling that you think that maybe, I studied to be a nurse, but it's not really for me. What am I going to do about this? You're going to transition into something really good. So, yeah, be excited for that. Then we have the chastity card. Okay? You in the situation have a lot of your purity you have not participated with people into too much gossip. You have not participated with people with their things, and that gives you a lot of strength. They don't know your opinions about things. They just don't know. Then we have the mountains, okay? And so I have a feeling that in the past, you had felt alone in this environment. I was picking up on that earlier, that you had felt alone and you were kind of around a lot of people, but because of who they were or how they were, you were not a part of everything with them. And so you always kept your distance and you were always sort of alone. That too led to your success because maybe you had more time to study than commiserate and interact. And then we have the book, the upcoming. So whatever you've been working on is leading to you to success. I have a feeling that this is going to change your life. I think that you've achieved in studying something or learning something, and that had elevated your level of understanding and depth of knowledge about a subject. I think that you've stayed away from the busyness of the social interactions around you and have invested your time into refining something of your own, and now it has its own value and merit. Then we have the at the center. I think it's been very tempting for you to go and to interact with people, and you know, go and be superficial with them and so forth. But I have a feeling that you have sort of remained firm and worked on your own by yourself. And some of you have completed a very big task on your own, separate from other people. Then we have the whip. Okay, so there's going to be a change in a relationship with someone, particularly if there's been a harshness to the relationship. If someone, especially a boss, has been critical of you, difficult with you, or just very intense and harsh, I have a feeling that that's going to ease up the conflict between you and them, or they will get distracted by another direction. But whoever has been giving you a hard time, I think that you're literally going in a different direction, or they're distracted and the conflict is there. So it really feels like a boss or a supervisor who has been giving you a particularly hard time, and now that pressure from them is gone, the criticism. And then we have the coffin, okay? And so with the coffin, let's see. With the coffin, I feel like I feel as though you are anticipating an ending with something. I think something's coming to an end for you, but not in the way that you think. I don't think you're going to get fired, if you're wondering. I think you're moving on to something. So you might be feeling like you're losing your job in the immediate present, but I don't think you will. I think in the medium to short term, you'll leave for different reasons, to pursue something. You're not losing, but you're shifting and changing. Then we have the fox as the next card. I think you learned over the last little while, and you'll continue to learn, about selective sharing of information. So I don't think that you will necessarily tell people everything about how you feel or what you think about circumstances. I think that you've learned very well. You haven't gotten burned. That's the really exciting part. I don't think you got really badly burned or hurt by this dynamic, but you could have. And so you'll spend considerable time in the fall looking back at those situations and saying, oh, that was a real close call. Like, that could have been a very awkward situation for me. And you're learning a lot about from the potential of what could have happened in that situation. Then we have the heart. I feel as though someone could be coming to you with especially sweet words and playing up to your sympathies and saying things like in a very friendly manner, but I think that they're trying to get your guard down at this time, especially if they want you to do something right away or something like that. I have a feeling that somebody's trying to butter you up. And the point is that I don't think you know them very well, so it's strange that they want that much attention from you. The next message is the mice. So there's been in the past, even before this stuff, there were circumstances in which people took from you, whether it's your work or just pushed you aside or somehow manipulated ahead of you in something. And I think that that was sort of difficult for you to accept or deal with. And I feel like that is coming to an end very quickly. Circumstances are simply changing, and that will no longer be something that you're wary of. I think it comes something to do with the fact that you're completing a cycle and you finish something big, and now you're waiting for the outcome of your effort, and so that effort cannot be challenged directly. Then we have the ship. Over the next 6 months, there might be a big journey ahead of you, especially from somewhere far away if you've been invited. I could see some of you actually going on a tour and signing things or public speaking in different places, speaking about your circumstances and yourself, going somewhere. The next message is the bear. And so I have a feeling that there's a woman around you, maybe a man, but I think it's a woman, with whom I don't know if she could potentially be older than you, but that's not the point. The point is that I feel as though you are in some way not sure about where you stand with this woman. And until you do, I would be careful, because she has resources and she has knowledge and abilities. You know, she's a bear, so she's not like an unexperienced person. And so I don't think the situation's settled yet in terms of whether the situation is good or bad. And I think you don't know and which way the cookie crumbles, so to speak. And I feel like this woman could be extremely protective and favorable if it's in the positive, but if it's in the negative, she could be very treacherous. So figure out who she is, what she wants from you, and then you'll understand which way to go. I don't think she's a cornerstone of your future in any way. I think that she's in your immediate present, so you're figuring out where she fits in your life, but moving forward, I think you're on a bit of a solitary journey. You might have a person around, maybe a romantic interest or something like that, or someone around you, like somebody who can kind of come in and out, not so much constant. And I feel like you're very much on your separating yourself from everything, gathering your achievements and going in a new direction. Then we have the garden. Lots of new social relationships are about to start showing up in your life. I feel as though you'll develop them over the next several years. So this is not something that you will have an answer to within a day or two. It's going to take you much longer than 6 months to cultivate these relationships, but you'll be meeting them over the next several months. New people, new situations, new environments. So go and pursue that. You know, the North Node is in Gemini, so it's right at your IC. You're meant to be a little bit alone at this time, to get back in touch with yourself, kind of go, like almost come home from school and reflect on what happened at school. You know, spend some time alone, spend some time thinking about the people and the situations, and figure out who you want to be around. The next message is the Tower. This isn't like the tarot. So in this position, a new beginning of work, I could literally see you move. And so sometimes when we make life changes, these changes are synchronistic, which means that, you know, a circle of friends kind of you drift off and separate from each other somewhat. And at the same time, you begin a new direction. The work is going to be very successful. If you're looking for work, there are many different opportunities that are available to you. And there may be a woman who is a cornerstone of, or somebody who really helps you to get the job, or to gives you a reference or something like that. We have the dog as the outcome. I feel like you're towards the end of the year, your focus will shift on a relationship with one person. This could be a coworker because it's right next to the tower. And I feel like this person empowers you to walk away from some things that are not suitable for you anymore. You're getting further and further away from this busybody energy. When you were in it, it was exciting and it was relevant. But as you step outside of it, you realize it's just people crowding around, and I don't know, like it feels irrelevant, you know? So the major marker here is that it was relevant, and then now it's not so much relevant anymore. Let's see your dice. Oh, one fell down. You got Leo. Let me show you. So Leo energy, Venus and Mars are entering into Leo right now. And then we have Cancer. So Leo and Cancer are important in your life at this time, people who have that. And then we have a 6th house moon. So this is like very much eye on the detail, work hard, you know, get what you want. I'll choose to be alone in order to achieve my things. And then the people will meet me that I need to know. I would say if I were to name your reading anything, which I will, it's that you're definitely putting first and foremost yourself. And moving forward, it's going to be very much about getting things right and then finding another social environment. And I think you're very relieved. I feel like I know a lot of Pisces, and like I feel like I could see many of you just in a situation and not really being sure how to leave. So being polite and nice, but like not being sure how to leave, not being sure how to excuse yourself. You know it's not for you, but you don't really say anything. I see you in this energy a lot. And so maybe as you were dealing with people like this on the side, you were doing something, and soon, like just doing something for yourself, and that transformed into this new direction. And so now you're a little bit further away from all the busybody energy, and you feel good. And as you stay in this energy, this frequency, this change, you have a new friend that comes through, new job opportunities. Definitely your mood improves. So enough of that which is gone. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful autumn, winter. I'll be back soon with more readings. Have a nice day. Bye.